so the Google alert is because whenever these people are speaking publicly, whenever these people are in a panel, you name it, you're going to try to go and see them. And after the panel, or after the opportunity in a public setting, any opportunity that you can have to meet that person, you're going to have it, right? You're going to try to take advantage of that. And what's going to happen? Let's assume that there's a panel. Let's assume that you're taking a class. Do you have the cap of the marker? No.
Yeah.
Because as I speak, I think they get dry. Maybe that's called. Let's assume that you went to a panel. We're going to use Jenny Garsten as an example. You go to a panel about the upcoming Performing Arts Center that is opening. Jenny Garsten in conversation with somebody else. It was a great panel. After the panel, you approach. You said, Jenny, thank you so much for sharing all this information with us. It was really helpful. I want to make it into these new sort of kind of arts and culture organizations. You can always say that I'm a student here, so it looks a little less creepy if you want. And also people had a little bit of when you're a student, people feel like, at least most of the people I know feel like they can, they need to be helpful, right? And they're a little more open. And said, I would love to contact you, and if you don't mind, spend 15 minutes doing an informational interview. I want to understand a little bit more your career, and I want to understand a little bit more, where the opportunities are out there. People might say, great, send me an email. People may say that I'm too easy, sorry, and you have to move on. But it's worth trying the opportunity. Now let's make a parenthesis, and there's something interesting that's happening now with business cards in terms of power dynamic, right? If you're in that panel and you're talking to the person that you want to connect with, do you give them your card or do you take their card?
I thought both.
Take their card.
Why?
Because, no?
Because they will not, because if you give them your card, they will not know you, like you're a random person. But taking their card, you have I took the card just to have a proper spelling to find someone on LinkedIn and
You have the power, right? If you give me after this class, you give me your card.
Thank you.
I'm very devoted, but I'm gonna go to my office and put it on top of my desk, and it's gonna be with a pile of cards. And if you take my card, you have my email, and you can follow up, right? And again, in moments like that conversation is going to be very short because probably there's another 20 people that want to talk to Jenny, and probably Jenny is angry, she wants to go home or whatever, right? So just your goal there is to make a connection and to get their information, their yes to be contacted. Now, pay attention to during the panel, because maybe before you ask them for anything, you just want to make sure you want to comment about the work. You want to make a connection why they should be spending some time with you. It's not just a random person, but you're interested in the same X, Y, and Z, right? And you're also going to do, which sometimes I find that surprising and annoying at times, is when guests come to speak to students, the students, they don't research their guests. You should totally, like you go on a date and your date Googles you. Why you shouldn't be Googling, the professionals that are going to be presenting in front of you. So now you have an informational interview. Other ways of getting informational interview, right? Sort of public speaking is, or public setting, right? Is one of them. The other one is you made a list of 5 people. You're going to ask your professors in school. You're going to try to find out again, different people that can connect you with them. In the case of Jenny, if you're interested in having an informational interview with Jenny, you can always ask me and say, Gonzalo, would you mind, putting me in contact with Jenny? How does that work? You are going to send me an email saying, Gonzalo, thank you so much. You have to make it really easy on me. That's a strategy. What does it mean? If I have to sit tonight and send an email to Jenny Gersten and explain to her that I came here, what this was all about, what did I do, and it's never going to happen.
Of course.
I don't send emails to my mother, go figure, like these things. So, if you send an email that I can easily forward with 2 lines and it's self-explanatory, it can happen, while I'm sitting on the subway on my way home.
Yeah.
So, an example of this is, Gonzalo, it was great to meet you at the career, development workshop at Baruch. It was great to hear, your ideas for arts and culture, whatever. Like I mentioned, I'm interested in a career in X, Y, and Z, and I thought that Jenny Gersten was sort of is a model for that. Do you mind putting me in contact? Right? So then what I can do is, with my phone, in 2 seconds, forward this email to Jenny and say, Jenny, do you mind meeting with my student? Right?
Yeah.
And probably Jenny will say yes. So again, different ways of getting to the main goal here, which is an informational interview. Do you know what an informational interview is?